football. The sun is down, the lights are on, and we still have more for you on EA Sports. It's the Connecticut Huskies and the Temple Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Owls offense will have the ball first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Wide 29. Wide 29.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got his man. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. The run inside. It's Christian. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
He'll get rid of it. Got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to pass. Using the quick game. And he will score! Touchdown, Huskies! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And he puts through the extra point. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Temple lining up to punt it away. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Christian. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And they're able to make the tackle.
And a nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. What a grab with 1 hand. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Ncaa will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Looking for a crease to the left. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Chase. Oh, he's got some space. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. But a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Smith. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. That's the end of the period, and Ncaa has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Temple!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did tack on the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The sure hands, it's Porter. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Christian. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right back to him on the ground. Finding some room. Picks up the first down. Rams him with the stiff arm. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ncaa!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got a man. It's Chase. At the 40, there he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10.
Flag 14.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And we'll stop play right now. We have an injury timeout. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give is to Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Temple lining up to punt it away.
Number 7, on to punt it away.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Ncaa going back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Pocket breaking down. Caught at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And this offense chooses aggressiveness, man. 3rd down and short, a lot of people think run, be physical. I got 4 downs. They say, no, bro. I know your defense is going to be aggressive. I might get a look I want to get. They got the look. Throw the bomb down the field. And
snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Husky. Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
You see this more and more in practice all the time. Everyone practicing one-handed catches ad nauseum, just going up, trying to snag it. Practice paid off for sure.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the wideout. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. It's caught.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Finds his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. The quick out. Touchdown! Oh! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Coming out with it, it's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Porter. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Porter. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one. Soft spot in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 7 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Crimson Tide in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement.
There he goes. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fights off a defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's caught. It's Porter. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Christian. Got a little grass. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Turning it on. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Let's it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
On third down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Running inside, it's Christian. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And tackled there by the defense.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. And defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long. But because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
UConn quick to the line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and the QB didn't have one that time.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And he's got that bayou speed. Like I run by you. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Temple lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. The Ncaa offense goes back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught, and he's got room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Offense in a bunch formation.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Porter. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
He'll run it again. There's a crease.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Touchdown, Huskies. And the pummeling has started.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacked on the extra point.
38, Temple, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the catch, and he's free. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mason.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The give to the single back. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So 1st down will open up the final period. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They just keep firing. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. And the defense drags him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The run inside. It's Bowers. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Gives it on the option. Here's a little room there. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 45 on his way. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Makes a man miss. Inside the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Huskies. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's complete to the left. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Clark. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that 1st.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Plows through the defense. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll give it to him again. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensive?